in some way, something knocked us off the air, and we're on a backup system now.
Areas Talk Radio, hosted by Dave Miller.
All right. If you're like me here in America, every Christmas Eve around 6 p.m. on TBS, the Christmas Story marathon begins, and 24 hours of Christmas Story starts blasting through TBS, and it stays on my television for the whole 24 hours. It's just a part of the holiday. It is not Christmas if I do not see that movie. So I started doing some research and looking at stuff behind the scenes of the movie, and I came across this really, really awesome fan-made video. I think it's called The Road Trip for Ralphie, and started looking more into it. They take you on this tour. It's really great. We're going to talk about that. But as I started to look into, some memorabilia for the show, because I got the full-size leg lamp, I got all the stuff, the Little Orphan Annie decoder pin, I got it all. But it was missing something, and I found Monica Harvey. Are you on the line with me, Monica?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. So I come across her. She's doing some posts and stuff on the Facebook page of a Christmas. What is it? Just called Christmas Story Fan Club or something like that on Facebook, Monica?
It's called the Christmas Story Family.
Family. That's right. So yes. I started to see her do posts, and I reached out. And I was like, hey, I'd love to have one of these photos. She signs photos, and she's in one of the most epic scenes in the movie. The triple dog dare, stick your tongue to the pole, and she's right there. She's right there with the kids. This is just I'm fanboying out right now, Monica. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
So anyway, I reach out to her and we start chatting back and forth, and she's just, as you guys can tell, she's one of the sweetest, nicest people. And so I ordered a photo of her. It's in the scene with the kids with their tongue stuck to the pole, and she signed it for me, and she mailed it off, and it's going to be right there on display with my leg lamp, my full-size leg lamp, my Little Orphan Annie decoder pin. But I want to hit the rewind button and go backwards a little bit and talk about, did you ever expect in your life that this movie would be as big as it is?
Not at all. Honestly, it was a movie that was not supposed to take off. It actually took a couple of years to take off, actually. And then all of a sudden, this 24-hour marathon happened. And, I'm from Canada, so where the actual school is, and 90% of the movie is actually made in Canada.
Right.
Yeah, but to actually think the movie would actually take off, and that is wow, 40 years later, here we are.
Right. And you're a part of tradition. You're a part of people's millions and millions of people every year watch this movie. And you're a part of it. And one of the coolest things about you is how willing you are to talk to people about this experience. Most people, most people that are in movies don't really want to discuss things like that, but you are very open and very kind to the fans of the movie. We were supposed to do this podcast last weekend, and through technical issues through Spreaker, I'm not even going to hold back, but through Spreaker, it didn't happen. But I started to get a lot of sad messages. People really want to hear you talk, and and I'm sorry that I'm talking so much right now because I'm fanboying out that you're here with me, but you have a really good following. You have fans.
I don't call them fans. To me, it's not about people being fans, to me, they're friends, they're family. If you're good enough to be part of this movie, to be part of the 40 years of this movie, you are truly a family. You are a friend. You are worthy. You're just as much. If it wasn't for you as a friend and a family, this movie wouldn't be what it is.
Right.
It's like Scotty told me, Flick, in the movie. Everybody in that movie, I'm an extra. I always just thought I'm just an extra. He always said a puzzle takes all the pieces. If you're missing one piece, it's not a full puzzle. So you need all those extras. If it was just all the cast, and that's it, no extras, where would this movie be? It's no different than having, to me, he never said that about the fans, but to me, you need those fans to watch that movie to get that engagement, to get that follow through to everything, to really, that's what's also brought this movie to be what it is. Without the fans or the family and the friends, this is nothing.
Right.
And you need all those people in the background to be, you know, it's what made it all. Like it's a true, honest, 40 years ago, that's how life was. I mean, like real innocence and everything. Like it's not the way it is nowadays.
Right. I can imagine a modern day Christmas Story movie. It just doesn't roll off the tongue, does it?
What? No, it would be, hey, let's watch a video game. You know, like
Right.
It wouldn't be the same. You know, everybody be on their cell phone, right?
Right.
You know, there'd be, I don't know, it wouldn't be a modern day A Christmas Story.
So let's go back. Let's talk about how you got in the movie. Let's talk about how did it happen? You were just at school one day, and let's hear the story.
So we basically were in school, and as far as I remember, I mean, I was 10, 11 years old, or 10, turning 11, and we were told that they wanted to use our school for filming for this movie, A Christmas Story. And so we had to bring letters home to our parents to sign. And we were told that we would get paid $1. And the school board would get $3.50 an hour per hour, like $3.50 an hour for however, for an hour for us for the time that we filmed. So we got a whole $1, and so I signed because it's basically an educational experience. So my mom signed, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. So we had to have our picture taken in front of our blackboard, and then I'm guessing 120 kids, 4 classes, grade 3, 4, 5, 6. So about 30 kids in a class, I guess. Bob Clark would say, hey, how you doing? What's your name? That type of thing. Take a picture. And he chose about, I'm guessing, 15 kids for the classroom scene. And out of those kids, he chose maybe 5 or 6 kids, I'm guessing, for the flagpole scene. From there, who didn't get chosen, some kids didn't, their parents didn't sign for them to be in it. So they just went to normal classes, and that's how they chose the classroom kids, the flagpole kids. You had to be in the classroom scene to be in the flagpole scene. So I was one of the lucky ones that got chosen for the classroom scene. And then from there, I got chosen for the flagpole scene too.
Awesome.
So, yeah, it was quite the experience. Very cold.
Very cool.
The best part, though, was when they lost my nylons in the little break in between when we had no snow, and I got to wear boys' long johns. They were much.
So you've did the movie, and then I want to fast forward a little bit because I start to see the reunions of the cast, and you're right there in there. Yeah, I mean the cast. You said the name of the Facebook page is Christmas Story Family. It seems like there's a real rapport between all of you. Like you literally are so close, you could actually be family. These guys seem like they treat you just like everybody else. It seems to be that everybody's very genuinely kind to one another in this movie. And it's very rare that even happens because you hear all the TMZ reports of this guy hates this guy or this guy and that guy. There was a little, the Christmas Story house did make TMZ for a quick second there between the owner and one of the cast members. And it was so horrible as a fan to watch that. I saw it and I was just like, oh, not the Christmas Story. Not the Christmas Story. Leave that off of TMZ. But, it was just a quick, I guess you could call it just a quick little fuss, and then everybody came out and made up, and everything was fine. But you don't really see the camaraderie between cast members the way that you guys do. And all of the photos that you've shared, all of the fan stuff, where you guys get together and do these little, what are they, kind of like conventions almost that you guys get together at?
I've only been to the Cleveland convention.
Okay.
So I can only discuss what I've personally experienced.
Right.
So that was the first convention I went to was the 40th in Cleveland, and Scotty actually put that one on, which was Flick in the movie. So I was welcomed with open arms by every cast member. Funny story was Artie Robb says to Zach, "Oh, you brought your mom with you." Yeah, meaning that I was mom. So that was a big joke about that one. So that would have been Schwartz in the movie. So that was a big joke about that one. So we continued that one on that I'm Zach's mom. Yeah. So, but that was the first time I've been with them. I've only really ever met Scott, and that was in Buffalo quite a few months ago. I talked with Scott regularly. I talked with Black Bart regularly. I met Teddy, just before that, because I brought her autographs and stuff like that because she couldn't make it with being a Canadian. From what I've seen, they honestly, with Jill and I, open-armed us, treated us like little sisters. Peter himself, honestly, every time we got on the bus, would say, "Are the girls here?" Okay, we're full, we're set, we're complete. And honestly, he put his arms around us, gave us a hug every time we got on and off that bus. And it was like we were little sisters, and it was like, wow, we're a family. We're not these just on the side type people that just came in. We're just like these little extras. We were part of them. Right. We were part of the cast. And that was very welcoming and very nerve-wracking to go there and wonder, okay, are we just going to be these on the side type people? No, we were treated as an equal. And that was very heartwarming. Right. So, yeah.
All the photos of you guys that are together, I mean, you guys generally look very happy, and just that everybody just seems, like you say, it's just a family. And to this movie going on, it came out in what was it again? 1983. It came out.
No, November 1983, I think it was.
Yeah, I mean, and it's just more and more popular every year. Every year, I hear somebody scream "Fragile." I got a buddy at work that he adopted the "Not a Finger."
Yeah.
That's the thing. So, it's just this movie goes through the year with you, and it just doesn't.
I'll be at work, something will happen, or I'll knock my finger or something. Like, oh, fudge. Like you don't even swear. Like, I don't need to.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So,
just.
So you got involved with the Facebook page. How long have you been actively involved with it?
4 or 5 years now. And it just became natural just to talk to people. And I've actually been quite shy to talk verbally in front of people. I don't like talking out loud. And it was just something that was so natural because it's just a passion.
Right.
Yeah, and even talking to people like through Messenger and everything, it's like I became moderator on the site for about a year, and I don't know, it maybe because it's such a love for it that, and I actually now, as a Canadian, I never got to talk about A Christmas Story. Never got to share my feelings about it growing up. So I found a family, a community that I could share with. And because I felt like I was actually missing something. And I felt like I was losing a lot of memories. And wow, here I joined this Christmas Story family site, and it was like, it all came back. And I call it the crazy Americans. But really, I actually feel like I'm a crazy Canadian, but I feel half American now.
It's very, when we talked, you told me that they don't do they show it up there at all on any of the channels? Nothing?
I never seem to find it, but I have all the DVDs and I have a VHS and I have like my own museum in my house.
Right.
But, they do show it on TV, a couple times, I guess, through the Christmas holidays, but I've never seemed to be able to find it.
Wow.
But
That blows me away. I mean, because here it's just tradition. I'm not sure exactly how long they've been doing it, but it has been a very, very long time. I'm going to have to look that up to see how long that they have been doing the marathon, because it's just not Christmas if I don't see that movie. And I watch it I watched the very last episode as well. And when that's off, then I can start to say, okay, time to wind down.
I always laugh because people on the site will like freeze frame or take a photo, and then they'll send me it on Messenger, and they're like, "I'm watching you."
So, what did somebody just ask you one day wildly? Hey, can you sign this for me? Like, did they send you a photo of that and said, can you sign this for me? And because I'm so stoked to have this. And the photo is so beautiful and perfect. It is that scene, you right there with the boys as they're getting ready to do the deed of, sticking their tongue to the pole. But you're right there in it. I mean, how did you get involved with that? Because this is something that people that love this movie probably want.
With signing?
Yeah.
Okay, so Michael T. Ray does Unity Tours, so it's for fallen officers in Ohio, Cleveland area, I guess. And it's basically, he was asking me to sign 4x6s, and it goes to charity for the fallen officers' families. So I'd sign 20 4x6s, and I'd just sign Monica Harvey, classmate, as a charity thing. He'd send them to me, and I'd send them back to him, and he'd just do that. And then I printed off a few, but then I got asked on the site to sign for a Christmas Story family. So we tried it out for a while. It just didn't seem, it became more of a hassle being a Canadian than anything. But I did print off some bigger ones of the lone shot of just me, and the full flagpole scene shot. I had those here. So I just sent a few out to my friends and stuff like that. And then just recently, since the 40th, I actually put it on the buy and sell site and got permission to basically sell them. And kind of skyrocketed.
Right. I mean, they're great. They're great shots. They are. Oh, you have 3? Is it 3 that you're offering, or is there more than that?
I have 3. I have the full flagpole scene shot. I have a closer up flagpole scene shot, and I have the lone shot of my shocked face that Flick actually stuck his tongue to the pole.
Right.
And I'm like, boys are so dumb.
We are.
You know,
we
like,
are. We do stupid stuff like that.
Really that dumb you did that? Yeah. So those are my 3 shots.
So, you know, I won't discuss pricing or anything like that, but I mean, if you guys are looking for some memorabilia from the movie, I couldn't believe how affordable it was. I mean, I was really surprised. I was expecting to pay a lot more. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, it's I like to make sure like it's reasonable due to the fact of I have such a appreciation for A Christmas Story and the family. So why overcharge people for things? As is, I know with being a Canadian how much I have to pay for things with the exchange rates because it's hard to get things in Canada. So I don't think it's proper to overcharge for things.
All right. Well, it's just awesome because, like I say, my leg lamp stays up year round, never comes down. I would fight anybody that tried to take that leg lamp down. So to have this photo, it's going to be right there next to it, right on display, right next to it. I cannot wait. I'm so excited to get it. It's just, I love these older movies. They don't make them like they do, like they used to, you know. I love the older movies, but this, it's a tradition. It just is a tradition for myself. I don't care if anybody else watches it. It's just, I kind of claim it as my movie. And then they came out and they redid the movie. No, they didn't redo the movie. They, I guess, added to the movie.
They've tried to do a few different takes on it, but this last one they did, A Christmas Story Christmas, was such a tribute to the father,
right?
Aaron, and it was actually truly. Usually, like a movie, like a sequel type of thing, doesn't turn out very good. I honestly thumbs up this one because
I did too. I loved it. I'm not gonna lie; it was a really nice, like you said, nice tribute.
I mean, yeah, hey, I got a flashback in that one. I was quite happy.
So you made it in both of them, yeah? You made it in both. Nice.
So yeah.
Nice. So did they give you $1 for that one too?
I went and seen Scotty in Buffalo, and I asked him. I wanted an American dollar signed. So he did.
Yeah, the movie was done very well. Done very well. Yeah. In the intro, I talked about a fan made video, the road trip for Ralphie.
Yes, that was Jordy Schwartz. They own Retrofest in Oakville, Canada.
It's fantastic. Fantastic.
Amazing. Yeah.
So did you meet these guys as they were doing this road trip, or did you already know them?
Well, I heard of them. I wish I would have actually went to the school and did a dumpster dive too with them, because I would have grabbed a desk, like an actual school desk that we sat in. But I actually buy a lot of stuff from the store. I got my full-size leg lamp this year for my husband from them. I made sure I called Tyler and said, put one aside, because he only had so many, because my husband's buying one. Don't sell it. And if he's not, I'm... So I did get it. But they're wonderful people. That whole road trip for Ralphie is just beyond what anybody could actually do, like to show where things were and I don't even know how they got all the information, you name it. Like, it was just like, wow.
Well, all of the major scenes, all of the real popular scenes of the movie, which the whole movie's popular, but you got the bridge where Ralphie screams fudge, but he didn't say fudge. You got the Christmas tree lot where they got their tree and the guy's, I'll tie it to your car for $2 or something like that. Plus, you have the Asian food scene at the end of the movie, and all of the in-shot house stuff. I think most of the in-house stuff was all filmed in Canada. A lot of people don't know that, but it was.
Yeah, it was in stage. Or what was it called? It was like I forget what it's called now. It was like in scene, like an inside scene, like
a studio stage, almost. Yeah.
Yeah. Stage. A stage.
Soundstage.
Thing.
Yeah, like a soundstage.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's really surprising to me. Canada, what are you doing? I mean, you should claim this movie. You did it.
Nothing you can do. But I realized that the Victoria School in St. Catharines is not in the credits. That's the school, like all the classmates and the flagpole scene kids. We are not mentioned in the credits. The school is not mentioned in the credits at all. There's nothing you can do about it now. I mean, it's 40 years later.
Right.
We are not acknowledged. We are not mentioned. Nothing.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, the Cassine Gaines book has so much information in that book. Oh, my. And Ann Dean, our grade 4 teacher, she has given so much photos from behind the scenes to the museum in Cleveland. And I don't know if Cassine Gaines got a lot of that. And that's where a lot of those older shots and behind-scene shots came from her. Because she was constantly taking pictures all the time.
One of the things that's so kind about you, though, Monica, is how you've been willing to share some of these things with me privately through Messenger, some of your collection. You've got the Red Rider. Let's talk about those teeth. Let's talk about the teeth. This is one of the sly things that I'm going to give away on Monica here. She was the smart one of the bunch. If you guys remember, there's a scene in the movie where all the kids put some fake teeth in their mouth and they say good morning to the teacher, and she turns around and she makes everybody walk up and hand in their teeth. Let's talk about those teeth, Monica. I'm not going to try and incriminate you or anything.
Hey, there's no incrimination here. I'm the one that gained in the deal. So those teeth, in the end, we put those teeth in, and we all chuckle and everything, and we're like, "Good morning, Miss Shields." Yeah. And when it finally came to the Listerine, oh my gosh, don't like Listerine anymore. But we always had to. They were put in a bucket, and then we grab another set. Peter, Ralphie, Flick, and Artie Rob, you name it. None of us had our own set. So we were constantly just grabbing a set of whoever goobered them and slimed them or whatever.
Oh.
So he dropped in Miss Shields' drawer. So there's lots of broken teeth in those drawers, broken pieces of teeth in Miss Shields' drawer. Well, all of a sudden, after I don't even know how many takes of those teeth, it was, this is the last take. Clark says, this is the last take. And he says, after this, they're all going in the garbage or the trash. And I'm like, I loved unique things.
Yeah.
So what does Monica do? Whatever set I grabbed, I cupped them in my hand, pretended I handed them to Miss Shields. I had them in my hand that during filming and everything. we had to go back to our normal classes because we went in and back to normal classes in our clothes. Well, we're all dressed in our clothes from filming. Go back to normal class. We have to do our classes, everything like that. I stuck them in my desk drawer, and even during filming, I got them cupped in my hand. In class, I put them in my desk drawer. Go to recess. Nobody knows I have these things. Okay, it's home time. What does Monica do? Brings them home. I've moved, I don't know how many times, because, you're 20 or 50, like 17, whatever. You move out of the house, you know better than your parents, right? So these teeth moved, I don't know how many times with me. Well, 40 years later, who still has these teeth? Well, everybody thought they were the grossest things going, that I had these teeth, right? Oh, guess what? Now they're fully signed. I have authenticity. I have them I have pictures. I have, you name it. They are actually the most cherished item, I think, out there that nobody else actually has used in the film. Sure, the museum says they have a set and all this kind of stuff and that, but the difference is they were never used in filming.
Right.
So I got the only set ever used in filming. The rest are out and some buried somewhere.
Great. What did you keep them in all these years? Was it just around in a drawer somewhere?
I had them just laying in my safe, but they were just with whatever else was in there, and just but they survived doing whatever I moved or wherever. They survived everything.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and having 2 sets made from the dentist. I sold 1 set and I still have 1 set left. And but they have full authenticity for them.
I think I'm going to come for that second pair. I just got to have them. Oh my God. But
we can discuss it.
On top of everything that's happened from the beginning to now to where you are, meeting fans and meeting family and making friends through this movie, what's one thing that stands out in your mind that where you've touched someone specially with the Christmas Story? Is there one situation that you just went through that you just went like, wow?
One situation, I can't say there's one situation. There's many situations, but if you have to put it all into one, there's so many families that have had upsets, heartbreaks, sorrow, losses, and just needed someone to talk to make them smile. And for some reason, there's been a lot of times that I don't want to put myself on a pedestal or anything, but they've actually reached out to me, or some reason I just seem to be there. I don't know why that happens. But then there's other times where I may need a friend. There's always someone to listen to too.
Right.
That's me. So, it's, I guess it goes both ways. That I'm there as a family member for them. They're there as a family member for me. So I guess it's basically, that's how family is. That's basically the answer, I guess.
Has anybody ever told you you're too cool for Hollywood? You're just too nice. No. You're such a nice-hearted woman. You truly are. You truly are a special person.
Don't get on my bad side.
No, I know that already. I already know nice people. Don't mess with nice people because they can. There's another side, but
either side.
you truly are a very kind-hearted woman. Since we've been talking, since the very get-go of the photo and everything, you've just been so kind to share the past, and as a fan of the movie, knowing that I love it so much, and speaking with somebody like you that's a part of it makes me feel even more close to the movie. And I just want you to know that I am so happy that I reached out to you, and you got right back. You got right back to me. I didn't expect to hear anything back. I was just kind of like, do you do autographs? And I was like, I'll just wait and see if maybe she answers back. But she got right back to me, and you've been nothing but kind and generous through this whole situation. And I would love to put it out there for people that would maybe like a signed photo of how they get a hold of you, which is on Facebook, Monica Harvey. You cannot miss the photo of her. If you start scrolling through, there's a few Monica Harveys out there, but you'll see the Christmas Story right away as soon as you start looking through it. So people just send you a message. Is that how they put the orders in? Kind of like how I did it. Just send you a message to you
through Messenger. Yes.
All right. Just reach out, and she customizes them and everything.
Yeah. Just make sure you say interested in the autograph. That way, I know, or say Dave Miller sent me.
Yeah. Just come
that way.
Just come with it, peeps. I mean, wait. I can't wait till when it gets here. You guys will see it. I'll have it all over the Facebook page and all over the whatever pages, Twitter and all that good stuff. So this is something I'm very proud to own because I just love this movie. Monica, in closing, is there anything that you'd like to say to anyone that's out there, or would you like to say anything else about the movie?
I'd like to I'm very grateful for all the family and the friends that I have through a Christmas Story family, who've always been there. And when I'm up, and when I'm down, they're there. And you know what? That's what friends and family do for each other.
100. As you can see, she's a sweetheart. You just are a sweetheart. You make my holidays great. You're a part of something. You're a part of my family. Every year you're in my house for 24 hours. We're partying and doing our stuff. And I thank you for being a part of this. And I really thank you for coming on tonight to talk. I'd love to have you back on again in December.
Anytime.
Fantastic. Monica Harvey, look her up, guys. Look her up on Facebook and put your order in. Look at these photos. She'll send you photos of what she has to sign, and she customized mine. She triple dog dared me on my photo.
Yes, I did.
Monica, you are a sweetheart. I appreciate you so much, madam. Please stay safe out there. Stay warm in this vortex that's blowing across both our countries right now. So stay safe and warm, and I would love to have you back on December around Christmas time again.
That'd be wonderful.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for your time, guys. Give it up for Monica Harvey.
Okay. You have a good night.
Thank you, dear.
Take care.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.
How cool. How cool is she? Jeez. Just kind of sitting here just thinking about it. I love the movie, guys. I love the movie. If you didn't know that about me, you do now. I was fanboying out. I had Sybil Danning on the show, and it didn't really, But you say Christmas Story, and here I am geeking out. Geeking out. We got more stuff coming up. We'll catch you next weekend, guys. Be safe. Merry late Christmas.
Something knocked us off the air, and we're on a backup system now.
Fifty-one areas. Talk Radio. Hosted by Dave Miller.